7:22 here, Big 550 KTRS. Let's check a little TV, ladies and gentlemen. Gail Pennington with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Good morning, Gail Pennington.
Good morning, McGraw. Good morning, Kelly.
Hello, Gail.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing fantastic.
Fine.
I was watching. You know what I watched last night for the first time? You're never going to guess.
I'm never going to guess, am I?
Yeah, no, you're never going to guess. I watched the first episode of Mad Men.
Oh.
But you've seen other episodes of Mad Men.
I've seen them all. I'm just getting ready in anticipation of Mad Men coming back.
I wish I had time to just start at the beginning and watch every episode.
It's really good. It's really
good, isn't it? The surprise at the end.
Yes, it's just really good.
I forgot the first episode. It's been a zillion years.
Go back and look at it. It's really good.
And the other
we should avoid spoilers at this point.
Yes, avoid. I mean, it's even though it's out there and it's been out there for 5 years now. It's still. I would recommend it to anybody to go back and look at it and get your juices flowing.
And the one thing, I know we're talking about other stuff, but Gail, I know you're an amazing race watcher. I've started watching this new season.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Is this the one that St. Louis is in?
No, that's the one who won last season.
You haven't watched before?
No, only like here and there, but man, I know why, because it gives me anxiety. It's like you are pumped up the whole time watching these people. It's so good, though.
So exciting.
I can't believe it's on a Friday night.
It is a great show. Well, you know what? That's the other thing, too, is who cares when it's on? It just sort of shows up whenever it shows up.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very, very good.
All right. What should we look for this week, Gail Pennington?
Well, let's see. Did you watch season 1 of Broadchurch?
I did not watch season 1 of Broadchurch.
That's David Tennant is in it, and it's about an English coastal town where a child is murdered and the mystery unfolds. Fox remade it as Grace Point.
Oh, yeah.
But the original Broadchurch was so much better, and season 2 starts on Wednesday. And I thought season 2 was unnecessary, but now I've seen the first 4, and it was really good.
Do they have thick British accents? Because I have a hard time picking up the dialect.
I always find if you just relax and go with it, that pretty soon you get into it and you can understand it.
All right. So Broadchurch, season number 2.
You can always turn on the closed captioning.
Yeah, but then you're reading it in that British brogue, and it's very hard to understand that, too. All right. What's this American Crime?
American Crime. Hard for me to endorse American Crime, sadly. It's Wednesday on ABC, and it's one of those, a crime occurs, the wrong person is accused, or is he the right person who's accused? It's very dark. It comes from John Ridley, who was the screenwriter of 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
So it's well done. Felicity Huffman plays the mother of the murder victim, and she kind of turns out to be the villain in the first few episodes.
Interesting. All right. House of Cards was released Friday, was it not?
It was, but I don't like House of Cards.
You soured on House of Cards?
No, I watched the British one, and I really liked it.
Right.
And I never liked the American one. It seems like it's real clunky and overacted, real melodramatic and ridiculous plot twists.
I watched the first season. I liked the first season fine. The second season, 2 or 3 episodes in, I was like, this is for the birds, and I stopped watching it.
I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's...
I know a lot more people who've quit this season already. Started it and then are not going to finish it.
What's this Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, though, on Netflix?
Oh, it's so cute. This is the Tina Fey series, created by Tina Fey, starring our girl, Ellie Kemper.
Yes.
And it was created and picked up by NBC, and then they got into it, and NBC decided to let Netflix have it. Netflix has picked up 2 seasons of it. And Ellie plays a woman who is been in a cult, kept underground in a bunker for 15 years with some other women by a crazy man who told them it was the apocalypse.
Boy, that sounds hysterical.
And then they we don't really see much of that. But then they get released, and they go on the Today Show in a hilarious segment with Matt Lauer on the Today Show. And then when the women are going back to wherever they were, Indiana, I think, Kimmy jumps out of the van and decides to stay in New York.
Aha.
And that's
so it's her adventures trying to fit in a big city after 15 years of being in a bunker.
Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, and that's
Friday on Netflix.
That's released, and the whole episode, the whole season's released on
it's
Netflix.
A really sweet show, and Ellie Kemper's fantastic.
All right, good. Yeah. When is Mad Men coming back? Speaking of Mad Men,
I believe it's the 7th of April.
So we're
another month.
We are 1 month away.
Yeah, but it's finally close. But the problem is, that's the end.
I know.
And it's only 7 or 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
And then what does John Hamm do? Right off into the sunset?
I don't know. I think it's an interesting choice for him.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
of what he's going to do?
Because he really hasn't parlayed or hasn't taken advantage of his status, I would say, in the last number of years.
He's done what he wanted to do, and I really admire him for that. He's done a couple of fairly obscure British TV projects,
right?
And he's made some movies he liked. He's done some stuff with his longtime partner Jennifer Westfeldt,
right?
Yeah, but no, he hasn't tried to parlay John Hamm into being a big movie star.
Right. I mean,
which I kind of like.
Yeah, he hasn't sold out. He hasn't, taken.
He hasn't sold out at all.
Yeah, he hasn't taken.
You hear his beautiful voice in some commercials, which is great.
And he's also the voice of the reality series here in St. Louis. What is it? The
Sweetie
hospital?
Pies?
No, not Sweetie Pies. The hospital, Gail. Hospital series.
Oh, you mean that
we have on KSDK?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, but I mean, he hasn't been in like Hangover 4, where he was, he's sort of. He's done a couple of Saturday Night Live skits and a couple of Saturday Night Live movies.
He's doing what he wants to do.
Episodes of 30 Rock. He's done Saturday Night Live, right?
Right. He did Bridesmaids, which is, you could see him having fun doing that stuff. But
I love how he can really do both comedy and drama.
I tell you what,
he's very good at both.
Going back, looking at that first Mad Men, he's a good-looking dude. I can see why some of you ladies swoon over him.
And then he looked a little rough for his character in some of the episodes.
Well, yeah, I love how they're just drinking and smoking and gambling all the time. Yeah. All right, Gail, when can we read you? When can we see you?
I'll be in the Friday Go section with more about Kimmy Schmidt, and then coming up Sunday is our big our big spring arts preview of everything that's going on in St. Louis. And
I think you should do a story on the fact that Grey's Anatomy is still around.
That show is still on?
Who would have guessed?
Oh, jeez.
How can that show still be on, but it's on?
It's not on for me, though.
Speaking of terrible TV shows, have you seen The Odd Couple?
Oh, it's not very good, is it?
Who greenlit that? They should just put back the old Odd Couple. Put that on TV.
Yeah.
It's doing pretty well in the ratings.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow, there is no accounting for taste.
Yeah, they should have just run the old Odd Couple, didn't they?
I went back on Hulu and started watching the old Odd Couple, which is great. Right. All right, Gail, have a good week. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Gail.
8:30, Big 550 KTRS.
Midwest Floor has just purchased a truckload of hardwood flooring to give you these great New Year's savings. Hello, I'm Brian McGee, President and CEO of Midwest Floor. If you ever wanted to make a fashion statement in your home, now is the time. And here's a great suggestion. Beautiful 5-inch wide American-made, hand-scraped hickory hardwood flooring on sale now for only $3.89 a square foot. That's right, you can have one of the most durable hardwood floors made. In fact, hickory is 40% harder than oak. American-made hand-scraped hickory for only $3.89 a square foot. Let me repeat, for only $3.89 a square foot.